Hey all, Board Game Rants here. We'll find everything solo tabletop gaming and more. Star Trek Frontiers, the child of the father of Mage Knight plus Andrew Parks. Let's have a look inside. It's been out for a while, but I figured it'd be fun to just open it up, and I wonder if this is going to get a resurge in interest due to the new Star Trek Picard coming out, because I believe it is in here. So anyway, let's just quickly go over the rule book. I believe this is based on in that genre of Star Trek where Picard is the captain and all that stuff. Again, I don't know too much about it because I can't say I'm not a fan. I just never really paid too much attention to Star Trek and stuff. So here's all these rules. Again, this is all if you've ever heard of or played Mage Knight. Mage Knight, probably if I had to pick my most thought of and favorite game of all time, that might be it. So I'm super intrigued to see it. I hear the rules for this are basically the same, just everything's kind of got a different skin on it. You know, the orcs are now called something else, and the fortresses are something else, and everything's just got, like, instead of mage towers, we're dealing with planets and stuff like that. Anyway, and the rules too have been simplified, so they're slimmed down, they're sleeked down to there's a couple things like for defense, you can block certain amount of damage. You usually had to block everything or nothing in the previous game. You only have to kind of go adjacent to spaces to now attack, as opposed to having to move directly on them. I buzzed through this a little bit because it all seemed very familiar to me, and I think there's more of a cooperative thing here. I felt like as I was looking at, but it looks like, yeah, I just don't know how, like the Romulan warbirds, I believe, are now the orcs, and these are the stronger of the dragons. These Romulan star bases are like the dragons, and you get, instead of fate, you move up on your experience and stuff like that. Dry docks is where you heal. There used to be like these glades and stuff in Mage Knight that did the same thing. And then you got all your different planets, which is just kind of confusing to me. It's not very, I can't really grab the theme so much. But the Class M, Class L, Class K, Class H, just doesn't stick in my mind. Like, what's the difference as much as it did in Mage Knight? It was a little bit more, but I'll get used to it. Board cubes, these are like your cities in Mage Knight. At least that's my understanding. So here we go. The scenarios, very fine print. Yes, indeed. That is not an easy read, especially if you're not familiar with this game mechanic at all. But if you are, I feel like I'm going to be able to bust right into this and enjoy it, even though I haven't played Mage Knight in well over a year. Okay, there's that. Oh, and also too, yeah, we got the different attacks. So it was like fire and ice and stuff, and things had different resistances. Now we've got, the photon torpedoes, photon pulse torpedoes. Those are the different attacks and different resistances. Cool. Moving on. All right, yep, game walkthrough, just like in Mage Knight as well. This kind of got a lot of the same info. This is all in a very structured format. This is kind of in a format that you kind of play and learn as you go. So that is what this will be all about. Lots and lots of good information here. Nice manual. Good thick pages here. And this is actually longer than the first one. Yeah, I think it's just because it laid out in a little more format that just kind of, it tries to introduce you to things step at a time in a format where you might kind of creep up on things in an order in a certain way. Future games, full books, scenarios. There's all this. Okay. Yeah, captains. Jean-Luc Picard. So, interesting. Yeah. This is kind of interesting timing to put this little video out. Let's see what we got here. All right. We got the board here. This is going to be keeping track of our experience, our reputation. Oh yeah, that's another thing. There's not a day and night. There's just a single. In Mage Knight, there was this thing that kept track of your mana. Well, this is called data, I think. You roll the dice, and you'd have to flip over the board, day and night. But this is a little more simplified. There's no day and night in space. So there's that. Got. All right. Yeah. This is all kind of. So here we go. We got our board cubes, our cities here, and the fun little dials that you dial up their strength with. Pretty nice. And, okay, well, there's Enterprise looking thing. Fun. Yep. Get back in there. And it looks like we got the different ships for the, I think you can play 4 different captains here, and they've got slightly different starting things, but here's all the main, these are the big bad guys. What we got here, we got our little tokens for all the different stuff that you need tokens for. Here's the little data crystals that'll power up cards and let you do extra stuff. On here, here's the dice, data dice. Roll those to power up your stuff as well. Cram those back in there. And it has a very interesting look too. I mean, it looks kind of the same. Oh, wow, that's down in there. Here we go. Here's all our tokens. Is it taped on there? It might be taped on there. Let me get to that in a bit. But there, that did that. Here's all of our, yes. So these are going to come out, and as we explore, you just got to kind of match up your symbols there, and you explore out and come across different planets and other different things. Can't move through asteroid fields and all the rules associated with this particular Mage Knight mechanic. So there's yep, I love that. I love the whole exploration thing. That is kind of my thing. It's one of my favorite things. And there are bunches of these tiles. Okay, and moving on, we've got all the cards. There we go. What do we got here? Okay, these are going to be determining who goes first and stuff. If you're playing solo, you play against a dummy player, but these used to be called tactic cards. I'm not sure what they're called here. And then, looks like we're going to have, oh yeah, the player aids are usually a must and come in big time handy. So that looks like a bunch of player aids, achievement bonuses. So we'll take a quick look in here real quick. What have we got here? Frontiers. Okay, yep, here's some maybe people you can buy, some officers. You can recruit these guys if you've got the right influence. And, ooh, a thick old stack here of cards. All right, I imagine this is going to make up the cards that you start with in your, it's a deck builder in essence. And you're leveling up and adding cards to make yourself stronger. And then I imagine all the wound things are in here too. I know that's another thing is like damage and that you can use shields against, but you can't use shields when it's damage. Like there's 2 different types of heal actions, repair and heal, which is a little different in here too, because your ship takes damages, not so much you. Okay, so that I think that's the bulk of it. Let's have a quick look at these things here. All right, I got everything all unwrapped here. So yes, I'm assuming these are, yep, little tactics there. Depending on how close to 1 you are, you get to go first, and further numbered, you get little powers though if you pick further on those tactics. What do we got here? Board cube levels. So these are like for the cities, but now they're board cubes, and they've got great information. These are awesome because that's why you don't have to thumb through all the manuals for all the little questions that you're going to have while you're playing this. Planet Class L, this is going to come in handy because I don't know, planet this letter or planet that letter, outpost, I just got to get used to all these names, and I'm sure I'm just going to zing right into this game. Yeah, and these are the different guys you can recruit here. Very nice. Probably those names are familiar to many people, but they're not to me. And then okay, yeah, here's the things that'll make up our decks. And I imagine as you go down, you'll get into the undiscovered cards, which used to be artifacts. And again, everything's just got a shift in name. But what's that? No, these look like damage. So I imagine these are damage. These would probably go into your hand when you take damage. Over here, we got our little tokens here. Ugh. These look to be a stack of these. Imagine these are wound tokens, perhaps. Don't know. Oh, maybe these are, yeah, because in this game too, you I don't know what it's called. You leave your ship and you go down to the surface of the planet, which is a little different too. So, and I think that denotes like who you get to pick the crew that you want to go down onto the surface of the planet. You gotta be risking their lives though. And then yeah, we got these guys. Oh wait, no, these are okay. So these are level up tokens as your characters level up. You get stronger. They have bigger hand size and better defense. Yep. And then these look like the things that we will be fighting. Yep. So you get your experience there. I think that's the damage you have to do to them. This is the damage they can do to you. Okay. How about these? Borg. This is one of the Borg cubes. Holy shnikes. So on the right side here should be like its powers. Experience levels. Oh, 7. Yeah, this is a doozy. You have to hit for 7. It has some sort of resistance there. Got to block some 3 damage, but with these little... Ugh, those are going to be mean. I can already tell. What do we got here? Another one. Okay. Yep. All kind of the same format that I'm used to seeing. Let's see here. What do we got? These right sides here. I cannot get my fingers in there. They're all well packed in. Okay, yep. These are, as you level up, you can have access to these little upgrade chips that can make you stronger, give you more powers. And I think they're all, yep. So that's essentially it. And this looks like Mage Knight, but Star Trek Frontiers. And looking forward to just probably playing a game or two of this and then getting right into that Return of Khan. And some bonus footage here. I have since played a couple games of the Star Trek Frontiers. Got it all off to the side here. Much easier than Mage Knight. The rules really simplified things there and made it... Well, I was surprised. This should considerably increase that difficulty. So we're going to take a quick look in here. Much like Lost Legions for Mage Knight, which was already tough, I think this may be the key to increasing the difficulty to where I'm going to enjoy it a little more. Here, let's have a look. All right, there we go. Got her open. And let's have a look inside here. See what we got. And I have checked out this rule book, and it's a pretty big one here. I think it's like 20 pages that adds a lot to the game. Essentially, I think now you can play as Captain Kirk, and you've got Khan, the Wrath of Khan here, or, well, I guess Return of Khan, but Wrath of Khan is one of the scenarios you can play, and you can also, so you can do it in 3 ways. You can add Khan to your games. I think you can just do it right into the base game and put him in place of a Borg cube, so that's just easy peasy. You can play one of the 2 scenarios in here. I think there's the Wrath of Khan and then the something else of the Return of Khan. So the Return of Khan, which seems to be kind of the biggest thing as far as the main scenario, and then you've got Khan's Quest. Khan's Quest, which is a little more simplified and a little more straightforward. And so and then there's all sorts of ways to ramp up the difficulty. You could ramp up the difficulty here with the original game too, just by increasing basically the Borg levels. But it still seemed a lot easier just to march across the map with this game. The difficulty of the tokens themselves just seemed like I was blasting through those a lot quicker. This does have some cards in here that will modify and make those tokens more challenging. So there's a lot of ways here to manipulate the game and to your tastes. So here, tons of cards. Here is some more tokens. I know we have another type of thing here to destroy. Got little round tokens here as well, just to help you keep track of your rounds. Why did I take that out? There we go. Trying to see if I can find the... yeah, so we got some different enemies here. These are, what are these? Dominion starships. So Dominion starships, which have some extra powers on them. And yes, so here are the skill tokens for, I'm assuming for Captain Kirk, and then we've got... well, skill tokens. And let's see if we can find more here. We got some ships. Oh, so maybe there's 2. Was there? Oh yeah. Well, there's Khan, who's flying around the Pequod, and then there is the Enterprise, of course. And then, let's see here, we've got some more tokens there. We don't need those. We've got some extra die. I know in this game, playing solo, you will have an extra die to be rolling. So that's nice. There's some modifications there with the data tokens. There's the extra. There's some basic. Another basic, and then we got, then we'll have Khan. There's Khan, and Khan moves, so there's going to be, he's going to be out here, and this is going to be placed in your map, and Khan's going to be moving. I think the first scenario, he goes after a Borg cube that we've destroyed, and if he gets there and discovers the some sort of relic or something like that, then we lose. And then the other one, Khan's Quest, I think he has that relic or whatever it is, and if he makes it to a wormhole, he can activate it or something like that. So there's some theme and stuff to the game. And but there's actually your thing will move around, much like Lost Legions there with Mage Knight. Khan's gonna move around and gonna be pretty dang tough too. Should be a big old, here's this. And very cool in that first there's gonna be a fleet of bad guys you'll have to destroy, and then depending on what scenario you're playing, then you have to board the ship and save the prisoners and stuff. So there's that aspect of the game too, which is cool, different than Mage Knight. And you can see this is where Khan, where you're trying to take out his ships around him. Oh, he's so happy. But then you destroy his fleet and you flip this card over. Oh, he's not so happy no more. And so, anyway, so that's I think that's the gist of it. Looks like it's just empty box after that. Maybe let's have a quick look at these cards. All right, so got some more player aid cards here. We've got some. These are going to be added to people we can recruit. Kang, Scotty, McCoy, very cool. Here's Captain Kurt Khan, and the deck for the Enterprise, USS Enterprise. Got some more. These are the tokens and what they do. I know there's some errata that was taken care of, some cards to be replaced, I believe. Got this. I had to show you that. That guy has since become a well-known gamer, board gamer. I believe that's him. And these are some more recruits, but the silver recruits. Here's the gold recruits. And then here's Khan's deck. This is, instead of using a dummy player, you're going to be using actually a deck of cards that's going to control Khan and what he does. And got his pets. These are pets, of course. Those eels go in and take over the minds of some of your card offers. And then, and then here's the challenge card. So these are what you would draw, and then like on your particular turn, any Romulan's attack would have a +1 damage that they would do. And then so it just has it just bumps up the difficulty of certain things that you might encounter. And you would draw a new card basically each turn that you have an encounter or something along those lines. But these will change the difficulty of just when you're out exploring. This can make it a little more difficult for you and add to the challenge, as well as how many pet cards you add to Khan's deck and a number of things. A lot of variations that can be added to taste to make your experience there with the base game of Star Trek Frontiers. Now we have added Star Trek Frontiers, The Return of Khan. I'm pretty excited to incorporate this and see how it all goes. Of course, if you want to know more about it, check out my monthly reviews that I do, the MVP show, Most Voraciously Played Games, where I talk about everything I played. Until then, I appreciate you watching. I'm Board Game Rants, and I'm out.